different cultures within it. It has branches. It has. It's our government. Wait a minute. Yeah, you know.
With a black president.
I mean, it's everything.
So
you know?
it's back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
These systems of oppression.
Yes.
These
That have
systems of
expanded.
degradation.
And brainwash.
Is the systems of brainwashing, of indoctrination.
Yes.
The educational system, the religious system, the
Yes.
economic, all of those systems are the they.
Yeah.
In collusion, the they.
Let me say this, and I went to a talk at the Civil Rights Heritage Center with this pastor, and I said this quote before, so if you happen to see the show and then you were there at the same time, my bad, right? Freestyling is a little old for me, I'm a little rusty. But Dr. Laila Africa said this. This is really key, right? He said that pigs are actually a part of the hippopotamus family. And if you ever see a hippopotamus, one of the things that it does in order to cool itself is that it will, well, it's its name, right? It's a hippopotamus, which is a water horse, right? So the hippopotamus, in order to cool itself, goes into bodies of water. So if the pig is actually afforded the opportunity to be inside of its appropriate environment, it actually cools itself in the same way that the hippopotamus does and actually maintains a very clean state. But the reality to understand is that outside of the specific system, certain people will maintain certain attributes, right? And so when you look at things like religion, when you look at things like education, when you look at things like political organizations, you have to kind of look at it from the nature of its inception, right? And so just like European culture never created a single religion, like from Islam to Judaism to Christianity. Those are not, European. Those are not European cultures.
Right.
So too, the democracy, the capitalism. Those are not European. Not communism, not socialism is a European invention. All of these things have been stolen and put into horrible contexts. So it's not the specific systems that are the evil, but the actual architects of the systems. And if we look back to our African history, we learn about things like the craft or the Masonic craft. And we learn that there's a way in which you can create beautiful societies with this nature of indoctrination. But then if you choose to do it to an evil end, then you get evil ends. So it's not, you can't automatically say that that communism or socialism is inherently evil. You can't say that religion is inherently evil or education is inherently evil. No, it's those Europeans that first got a hold of this African beautiful ideology and then corrupted it, just like they did with the Christianity, and made it seem like Ham was really a cursed people. You know, you feel me?
Right.
To just bring it back full circle. No. You're not gonna be able to put it off on the system. No. We have seen them.
But I'm saying the system has evolved.
Sure.
And you're absolutely right. That is the greatest influence. So today the systems are the educational system, the economic, and anybody who works hard to maintain those systems of oppression today is the they. That's all I'm saying.
Is a white supremacist.
That's all I'm saying.
Is a white supremacist.
You're right.
So the they comes in all flavors and textures and all of that.
I'm gonna call you like your mama called you, a white supremacist.
So how do we create new and different and better systems that work effectively for us?
We educate the masses, first of all.
Okay.
And we try and get the masses to believe us. And if they don't, well,
Right.
we got to leave them behind. Tough luck. I'm sorry.
I think one of my biggest tours.
Harriet Tubman.
Hey,
They only knew that was
If
right.
you on this train, you are going to freedom.
Right.
Yeah, with the ancestors or on your own 2 feet. Whichever
Right,
one you
I
want
say
to do.
one of my biggest ways of educating is through social media. Definitely, we use social media a lot, and it's like, and I used to get a lot of flack from it. I'd have been called everything from racist to go get on birth control. We don't need no more little thugs running around here. And I'm a male. Like, that's funny.
The conscious male.
It's self-conscious. You know what I mean? I love my people. So I feel like in the last few years of me spreading this word and spreading this knowledge, I actually see a lot of the youth actually now embracing the knowledge.
Right.
As far as when they was, oh man, you're racist, man. You know, all you care about is black this, black that. You gotta understand your history. You gotta understand that everything you've been taught is basically a lie. And you have to break down these lies and understand that there is a new form of knowledge that is the truth about your people, and that you come from great people, you come from royalty. We are all kings and queens, and that once you get that knowledge and you get that, your entire vision start changing. And in my words, I call it my third eye don't blink no more. You know what I mean? So one thing we want to do, I feel like, for the youth is to build the culture, to make being pro-black popular.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what we want right now. So like with New Black
Because
Power.
excuse me.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say for us, that is the missing element. That is the missing element. The denial of a language, the being beaten or killed for expressing any aspect of our African ancestry. And so when you look at others who may be united, it's all around a cultural basis. And so the whole need to understand that Africa is a continent with many countries, many cultures. We all came from a lot of places. How do we take that? Like Karanja tried to do it with Kwanzaa, and so I find myself, adopting that as a cultural aspect of me. And that's the beauty of us, because we are the most evolved, all intelligence and flows from Africa. And so we get to choose. And so the ability that's within us to create a culture based on our history and anything new we have created going forward.
If folk ever attend one of the rallies, you always walk away with at least some additional fat on your head. If it is, what it means to say "so be it," Ashe. If it means to say peace, Hotep. If we want to let you know what the red, the black, and the green mean, if we let you know that red is for the blood that was shed during the diaspora, if we let you know that the green is for the motherland and for the continent that is Africa, for the Africans, if we let you know that black is for your skin and the melanin and the carbon base that is the form of the entire living structure throughout the entire system of life, both on this planet and everywhere else inside of the universe. We always make sure that we pass along a key piece of knowledge, so that black can become, if nothing else, just a way to say peace. You know what I'm saying? So that we don't have to take the bastardized
and then
tongue.
one thing that we're doing to help make the pro-black being more popular within our culture is writing out, like, one thing I'm about to put out in a couple weeks is my Black History coloring book, in which we do have a timeline that tells the history from Africa and explain, like bro just explained, with the red, black, and the green, and then breaks down, okay, we was kings and queens before we came here. This is how we came here. What happened after we came here with our fight, and how do we keep that fight going? And
that will be available at the Martin Luther King.
Yes,
so
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I will
ma'am.
be there to get some for all my grandchildren.
There will be plenty of merchandise available at the Martin Luther King celebration.
So we look forward to seeing you.
January
And so
is
your
going
parting comments?
I didn't get to mention it before, but being a black queen is very important, and to all my black queens out there, please stay up. You are very resilient. You are very beautiful. Do not let anyone tell you that you are not. You can stand on your own, but it is good to have a man to show your son the way. That's all.
So the value of relationships, the value of partnerships,
Support black
the
love.
value of community, life, love, peace, whoever your partner, whoever your family, again, we have the ability to create it all. Yes. In the spirit of all that is divine. Well, thank you. That brings us to a close for this episode as well. We'll see you next time for more truth-telling time.
Peace.
Whistle blows, no one else